This NBA postseason has showcased a ton of different insane moments, and from those moments, great players have shined. Today's video, we will be discussing the top 5 players of the NBA postseason so far and ranking them in order from 5th to 1st. Originally, I was going to be doing a top 10 list, but I decided to narrow it down to 5 as it leaves more room for suggestions or replacements from you guys. If anyone is missing on this list, if anyone is too high or too low, then let me know in the comments below. Without further ado, let's get straight into this video. With number 5, we have Devin Booker. Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns had a really good first round during this postseason. However, his current situation with the series in Denver is why he is not higher on this list. The Suns are currently down 2-0 to the Denver Nuggets and have just lost Chris Paul for at least the next 2 games. It'll be very interesting to see how many shots Devin and KD decide to take with the loss of Paul, and obviously their lack of bench. Ever since KD has suited up in a Suns uniform, we have seen more open looks for Devin Booker than ever, and he's really been capitalizing on those looks. This postseason, he's averaging just below 35.5 points, almost 7 assists and 5 rebounds a night. And he's also been playing a ton of minutes, so I do have to give my respect for him for staying healthy in those minutes. Devin dominated the first round against the Los Angeles Clippers without their 2 star players, including a near 45-point triple-double in Game 3 on the road to put the Phoenix Suns up 2-1 in that series. I don't doubt that he'll continue to look as good as the postseason progresses, but I do not think they will get past the Denver Nuggets, so I'm not sure how much longer that's going to be. Number 4, we have Anthony Davis. And just before we go any further, I do want to say that I am recording this video on the 4th of May at around 6 o'clock. So the Lakers have not yet tipped off for Game 2 against the Golden State Warriors, and that's just where these series currently lie. Thus far in the playoffs, Anthony Davis has averaged 22 points, 15 rebounds, and over 4 blocks a night. Main thing I want to give Anthony credit for is just really stepping into that role as this team's anchor on the glass and on the defensive side of the ball. It looks like opposing teams, like the Grizzlies, are a drive first team for the most part with Ja Morant, and they just did an amazing job of shutting them down. Obviously, they went out and stole Game 1 in the Bay against the Warriors. I would definitely like to see the Lakers as a whole improve their shooting splits, especially from downtown. Don't even get me started on that. But I am really proud of Anthony for just, like I said, stepping up on that side of the ball and staying healthy during these series. Anthony Davis is proving that he is able to bang with the bigs, and he is a top 3 power forward or center in this NBA. It depends on how you look at him. But again, really proud of Anthony Davis for his play on the court this season. At number 3, we have Steph Curry, and man, I really wanted to put Steph at number 2 when I first made this list, but I decided that 3 is a really good place for him. I guess some of that has to do with the loss that they just faced against the Los Angeles Lakers the other night, and tonight the story may flip and they could tie it at 1-1, but I digress. Steph has been absolutely amazing this postseason, not only as a player, but as a leader, and that's something I love to see through Steph Curry. This Golden State Warriors team has had a very interesting dynamic the last couple years, because you have the young guys. You got Poole, you got Moses Moody, you got Jonathan Kuminga, you got Kevon Looney. For a little bit, you had James Wiseman. Well, Kevon Looney is not really a part of that, but you get what I'm saying. Then you got the old big 3 in Dre, Clay, and Steph, and someone has to rein the herd in. Someone has to be the man, the main guy, and Steph vocally and on the stat sheet has done nothing but that. In 8 games, he's averaging 33 points, 5 rebounds, and just under 5 assists a night. He's been staying healthy. Those angles look really good, and obviously the 50-point masterclass in Game 7. Steph is just one with the greats. He is easily going to retire a top 20, top 15, top 10, depending on who you ask, basketball player of all time. And if he can manage to get a 5th ring, he is going to join elite company. So as we stand right now, I would say Steph is the 3rd and possibly the 2nd best player in this postseason thus far. At number 2, we have Nikola Jokic. And Jokic, while he did not win the MVP, he is celebrating his success in the postseason thus far. He's averaging a dominant almost 28 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 assists. And what I love about Jokic this postseason is how humble and respectable he's been. Just in every presser, he has not missed a single presser. He's never too Hollywood to talk to the media. You see his family's at the games. He's getting them involved. It's been awesome to see that. I love when he's asked about who the leader or number one option of this team is. He says it can be Jamal Murray on any given night. Jamal Murray has looked amazing in the playoffs so far, but without Nikola Jokic, this team would be lost. It really did show the other night in game 2 against Phoenix, where we see Jamal Murray, he cannot buy a bucket. I mean, he had some pretty clutch and timely buckets down the stretch, but we see Nikola Jokic absolutely dominate the Phoenix Suns, dropping 39 points and 16 rebounds in that game too. It's bad news for the Phoenix Suns when Murray has a bad game, Michael Porter Jr. has a bad game. You don't even see that crazy bench production that we usually do with the Nuggets, and they still win by 10 points. That is just really bad news for the Phoenix Suns. Nikola Jokic has looked amazing. I would love nothing more for this Denver team to get a shot to play on the biggest stage in the NBA Finals. I think it's about time the Nuggets are doing this, and I absolutely love the success. Obviously, they took care of the Timberwolves in 5 games, and now they lead 2-0 on the Suns. There's a ton of basketball, and Kevin Durant and Devin Booker are obviously some of the greatest mid-range and generational talents on the scoring side of the ball that we will ever see. But it does look like this Denver Nuggets team with Christian Braun and Bruce Brown, it looks like they are taking care of Kevin Durant, the Kevin Durant assignment. I think that's very interesting that the other night Kevin Durant had 27 shot attempts and finished with 25 points or 22 points. It's very rare that you see more shot attempts from Kevin than actual points scored. He's usually a very efficient killer. But Nikola Jokic and the entire Denver Nuggets team, you guys all deserve this. You have been nothing short of amazing this postseason. And number 1, I feel like it's pretty obvious. Playoff Jimmy takes this spot. Jimmy thus far is averaging 35.5 points, just under 7 rebounds, and just under 5 assists. Beat the 1 seed in 5 games, absolutely dominated the Jrue Holiday assignment up until he rolled his ankle with 5 minutes left in game 1 in this Knicks series. It has been nothing but greatness from the Miami Heat. They actually ended up stealing that game 1 in the Garden, and then game 2, it was a 3-point game with a couple minutes left, and the Knicks just capitalized of not having Jimmy Butler. I mean, we see Jalen Brunson absolutely take over when that kind of defensive threat that Jimmy Butler poses is not on the court. This team, man, you got an injured Bam Adebayo, you got no Victor Oladipo, you got no Tyler Hero. Kevin Love is still relatively new in the team. Any given night, someone's stepping up, but we know that every single night Jimmy Butler is stepping up, and he has been nothing short of amazing. I'm really excited to see how the rest of this Knicks and Heat series plays out. If you made it this far, please do let me know in the comments below who you have winning that series. And also, do not forget to let me know if I have anyone too high or anyone too low. I love reading your guys' comments. I would love for you guys to make a case and let me know why you think that is. If you made it this far, I appreciate your support as always. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay happy, healthy, and blessed. Peace.